Thank you very much. Have a very good evening to everybody. It's good to see you. Well, we just finished this session of the Security Council. For us was very important. I think one of the main things I wanted to come and say and confirm is that the allegations have been made, inspections are on the way. And this is basically what we need to do. We have to undertake this work at these two facilities that were mentioned over the weekend as places where allegedly work to divert nuclear material for the fabrication of a radiological device would be taking place. So this is what we are going to be doing. I, of course, referred again to my consultations, to my ongoing consultations to establish a protection zone around the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which are making progress, although not as fast as I would like to, but this is also important. And the fact that we are going to be deploying more IAEA experts at other facilities in Ukraine, Rivne, Khmelnytsky, South Ukraine, and Chernobyl. If you have any questions.
You say that the inspectors are on their way.
Yes.
When are they going to start their work? And what do you say to the Russian ambassador who says you're just inspecting two sites and I'm not a nuclear expert, but if you've got radioactive material from a hospital or a dentist's place, and well, there are other sources, aren't there? Than these two sites?
As you can imagine, we cannot start running hysterically to any place that may have a cobalt-60 source. In this case, there has been a very clear indication from a very high official of the Russian Federation about work that clandestine work, in fact, to divert nuclear material. I was consulting the Ukrainian government, of course, because, as you know, the IAEA does not conduct inspections a la carte or at the request of somebody. So I needed to have an invitation from Ukraine. This was secured, so we are going to go there to establish the situation. One of the places we had visited in September, the research and development facility near Kiev. We had visited with good result. So we are going to revisit it, in this case with a different kind of work, because normally our inspections are looking for nuclear material, direct nuclear material, enriched uranium, plutonium, thorium. In this case, there is mention of certain isotopes, cesium and strontium. So we are going to be performing a different kind of work to determine whether this the fuel there has been reprocessed in some way to extract this. So it's going to be a very detailed work. Yeah. When does it start? In a couple of days. In a couple of days. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. How long do you think you will need to reach a conclusion? Weeks? Months?
Days.
Days.
Very fast. Yes.
Ukraine.
Yes.
Thank you. I want to ask you, so nuclear power accuses Ukraine, non-nuclear power, of preparing dirty bomb, of bioweapons, of like lizards and other stuff. Do you think that Russia is wasting the time of people because Ukraine is cooperating with every agency, and it looks like a smokescreen while the demilitarization of Enerhodar is not going on, as I know?
Yeah. Well, as you can imagine, me judging motivations is not what the Director General of the IAEA should be doing. I have a technical work to carry out. I am very grateful for the openness that the Ukrainian government, and I had a very comprehensive discussion with Foreign Minister Kuleba about this. He came to the conclusion, and I agreed, that the best way to dispel any doubt is to allow the inspectors in. And this is what we're going to do. Yes.
Question, please. Have you received any complaints regarding the possibility of using a Chernobyl MPP in the provocation with the dirty bomb?
There have been some allegations about it. Nothing that we have been seeing, but we are going to be sending also, not in this, not as part of an inspection proper, but we are going to be sending experts to assess the situation, safety inspectors to assess the situation there in the next few weeks. Yes, please.
Hi, Mr. Grossi.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to see you. Can you tell us how concerned you are about the possibility of a nuclear accident? And I'm asking this in light of the fact of what's going on, especially at Zaporizhzhia, where I believe the IAEA has expressed serious concern that there are now 2 sets of operators there, basically.
Yeah. Well, I remain, I think I discussed this with you previously, I remain extremely concerned. I think we have come to a point where everybody agrees that there must be a protection zone. We are discussing about the parameters, but this discussion is taking far too long. We should have concluded already. We should have established a protection zone. And this was also one of my main messages to the distinguished members of the Council. So I hope to be able to do it in a matter of days, if possible. I will keep on pushing, I can guarantee you that.
What's the holdup?
Well, when we talk about a protection zone, there are certain parameters, technical and otherwise. And here is where we have not been able to converge fully, but we are making progress.
Mr. Grossi, Michelle Nichols from Reuters. I had a question for you actually on North Korea, where we seem to be in the window of a possible 7th nuclear test by North Korea.
Well, everybody is holding its breath about this because another nuclear test would be yet another confirmation of a program which is moving full steam ahead in a way that is incredibly concerning. Further tests, of course, means that they are refining the preparations and the construction of their arsenal. So we are following this very, very closely. We hope it doesn't happen, but indications, unfortunately, go in another direction.
Indications of how imminent this might be?
No, we see preparation, we see lots of things, but in terms of the degrees of imminency, no.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.